Good evening, my friends, and welcome to the next episode of Outer Wilds. Last time out, we hit big 3 locations. We went to the Sun Station first and discovered the ultimate fate of the Sun Station was that it didn't work. It didn't work. The entire underlying process that's going to drive the power for the Ash Twin project did not and could not work with their design. So the Sun Station was ultimately a failure. It is not what is causing the Sun to go supernova. Next, we went to the Black Hole Forge. Our exploration of the Ash Twin teleportation towers took us there next. And we've discovered there an interesting hint about how to align the teleporters towards the center of mass and how the Ash Twin Ember Twin pair acts as a paired body. That is the clue to then get into the Ash Twin project itself. And that's where we went at the end of last episode. All of the pieces were in place, and everything for that Ash Twin project was theoretically sound. The orbital probe cannon would fire and it would find the ultimate location of the eye of the universe. The Sun Station would be what would be powering that, but that part was a failure. But the Ash Twin project itself would then take the data from the orbital probe cannon and send that data back 22 minutes in the past to get the orbital probe cannon to have originally fired. A genius idea thwarted by an unfortunate lack of power. So it's not the Sun Station causing the Sun to go supernova. What can we do next about that? Well, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get one of our potentially canon endings by going to the Ash Twin project and turning it off. And then we'll see what happens. After that, well, the Nomai discovered a comet that was entering their solar system for the first time, and they were going to go and explore that. We also have Dark Bramble to explore. We need to catch up with Feldspar at some point because he is the one that can tell us how to get into the core of Giant's Deep, which is where the probe tracking module has ended up. And there's also a whole side quest about the Quantum Moon yet to be undertaken. Let's go and check it out. Do you know what, actually? Do you know what? Change of plans. Change of plans. That is just going in just about our direction, isn't it? Isn't it? Ah, we've lucked out there. We've lucked out there. We've got ourselves a probe which is sort of roughly in our direction. That is getting bigger, isn't it? That is definitely getting bigger. Can we... Oh, whoa, 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 we're going to wildly overshoot it. Whoa, look how big it is. No, 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 no. Cancel, cancel. What are you doing? No, I've accidentally activated autopilot. Abort autopilot. Ah. How big is that? I feel like we're sort of looking at it side on right now. I mean, we've got like 22 minutes to catch up on it. Oh, do you know what? We've got it. We've got it, haven't we? Oh my word, this is actually really large. So we are currently going at an incredible speed. Oh no, maybe not that much of a speed. 700 meters a second, okay. So this is a projectile. It's not accelerating at all. Does it have any... Does it have any text on it that we can go and translate? Or does it have any internals to it? It's not as big as I thought it was as we were approaching it. Whoop. Okay. Do we do a spacewalk? Oh! Oh! No! What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, I accidentally activated autopilot again. Stop! Man! Wow, our ship is like... fully trying to just end us. Yeah, I'm looking around all the inside surfaces of this. I don't see any text to be translated here. No kind of, you know, Yarrow was here kind of texts. So, yeah. I don't know. I think there's just nothing. I mean, I suppose we could... Oh, do you reckon that's a door? It's not an engine, right? Because the thing is not... It's not an engine, because the thing is not... Oh! Oh, it's solid. It's just a light. Okay, fine. Well, here's the only writing on it. It's just a tribute to the eye of the universe. Well. Well. We saw it. I think we meditate till next loop then. The next thing we're going to do... We're going to go turn off Ash Twin. There you go. We're going to go turn off Ash Twin. I think you can still play after you after you end the time loop. I tell you what, it would be very harsh, wouldn't it? It would be very harsh if this time loop game were like, oh, canon ending, there you go. Start a new profile. That's your character's canonical ending. Whoosh. Off we go. So yeah, it's wandering off at about, what was it, 700 meters a second or thereabouts, which is a fair lick, but it's not an unfathomable speed. We managed to catch up to it okay, actually, didn't we? Right, we'll go hang out on one of these poles for a minute. Do you know what? Sun station, man. You gotta get so close to the sun to land on that, though. We're going to do it at some point, though, during this playthrough. We will do it. We will do it. The gravity on Ash Twin is so low. Bonk! Okay. So, let's wait in here for a couple of minutes whilst we wait for Ember Twin to do its thing. The ship's log is going to have a load of stuff to add. Gravity Canyon, Solanum Shuttle, Tornado Simulation. Wow, there's more to explore in loads of these places. Okay. No, more to explore is the asterisks, right? Yeah, Lakebed Cave. Absolutely, absolutely Lakebed Cave. Nomai named Coleus mysteriously vanished from a cave at the bottom of the dry lake bed at the North Pole. Quantum signal? Oh yeah, quantum signal coming from somewhere on Giant's Deep. Yeah, we should check that out as well. Right. I've actually got the pause time when you're looking at the log thing set up, so that didn't actually use any time. That's just kind of, you know, convenient as far as, oh look, planetary alignment. And hey, at this distance, Timber Hearth and Brittle Hollow are basically the same angular size. Isn't that weird? Almost. Timber Hearth slightly larger. Slightly larger. Okay, now I've kind of lost my orientation now. No, we're on the equator. Again, if you're doing this in VR and you've just got this constant curtain of stars rotating past you as you stand still, I have immense respect for the constitution and fortitude of people who can play this game in VR. Immense respect. Hey, Quantum Moon. We're just sort of following this around until we see the first of the towers, right? Like, once we find the tower that we're looking for, we can just kind of hang out in the tower. And we're just sort of waiting for the thing to go past. Jump! Hey, look, you can actually see your character take a little crouch in their shadow. Man, this is actually using up all our fuel by this stage, so come on, let's go back to the ship and refuel. This is not the most efficient or sensible way of doing this at all. Whee! Good. Okay, now, where were we? Do you know what? Maybe we should actually just fly the ship around until until we find the tower itself. Come on. I can see Ember Twin itself is looming large on the horizon. Whoops. Now remember, turning Ash Twin Project off does not stop. Turning Ash Twin Project off only stops the data being sent back 22 minutes, right? So if everything were working as expected, all turning Ash Twin off would do would be the data is not sent back in time, and therefore the orbital probe cannon does not fire 22 minutes in the past. It does not have anything to do with the sun station going on. Oh, that's weird. The sound seems to have... Looks like the sound has stopped. No. The tower is still extruding from the sand itself. Here we go. That's the door that we need. Can we get in there before Ember Twin comes around again? I actually don't know. Okay, we can definitely get into our little alcove. Yeah, alright. Try and just get that on the middle here. Okay, here it comes. And there it is. Whee! Yes. 14 minutes until end of cycle transmission. Oh, one of the masks fell off. Oh, well, that's not super good. So are all of these masks accounted for then? We've got 5 that weren't used. We've definitely seen one in the Sun Station, one in the Black Hole Forge, right? Oh, and there's one here. The Giant's Deep one's done, and we had the Timber Hearth one. I guess there's probably one on Brittle Hollow. Okay, so we turn the artificial gravity off. Okay. Now this says... Oh. Caution! You are about to access the core while the Ash Twin project is active. Removing the core will disable the Ash Twin project. Well, that's what we want to do. We've had enough of living in... We've had enough of living in this time loop. At least for now. Ooh. And then... Whoop! There it goes. And that is enough to turn that off. Was it necessary to turn the gravity off? I actually don't know. But if we now meditate until next loop, we won't get sent back in time. Alright, okay. I thought we'd get credits to roll. Yes, there we go. We get credits to roll. So the supernova blows us up, but we don't get sent back into time. So there we go. That is a theoretically a canonical ending for the hatchling, which I guess it would be unusual. I think it would be unusual for players to get to this ending accidentally, because you sort of know that there's a lot more to explore, right? I don't think it's possible. Is it possible to get into the Ash Twin project? I mean, obviously it's possible, but is it normal to get into the Ash Twin project and turn it off before you've been to the orbital probe cannon and, you know, looked at the thing and the probe tracking module, you know it's in the core of Giants Deep and so forth? Like, that would... that's got to be like a minority of players pathway, I think, for sure. That's funny, though. You just get a very, very unceremonious "you are dead" message, and that's it. That's funny, though. That's funny. Right. Do we get to reload our game? In which case, what are we doing next then? I think probably... Oh shoot, so it's not continue, it's load previous save. So that must take us back to the start of the loop, right? That must take us back to the start of the loop, which would sort of make sense. If we're not being sent back in time, anything we added to our ship log in that last loop that we just did wouldn't appear, right, in our ship log, because we are loading a previous save. We're not continuing. Now that's interesting as well, because we've reloaded. I think the orbital probe cannon has literally fired in the same direction that it fired last time. No, because those were two separate loops that we did. That's just coincidence. Maybe not. Okay. What do we do next then? Well, certainly we could do a lot worse than going and checking out this comet that the Nomai themselves were saying that they were going to go and check out, right? Inside the center of Ash Twin, they comment on the arrival of a new comet. Oh, it's so tempting, isn't it? It's so tempting. Well, we're definitely not going to land on it by going this way round. Where even is the interloper right now? There it is. They comment on the arrival of a new comet to the solar system. And I think we could certainly do a lot worse than checking that out. So we've been to the ship itself, right? We called the ship back to Ember Twin, right? The shuttle... Oh shoot, we're going way too quick. Look at that as it speeds past us. The Ember Twin shuttle... Oh god, you definitely wouldn't want to accidentally hit Dark Bramble, would you? Blimey, even Dark Bramble's speeding away from us. We've gone way too fast. We've gone way too fast here. And ended up quite far away. Come on, 5 kilometers to catch up. We've been inside the shuttle. Oh shoot. And again, and again, and again. We're going too quick. We're going too quick. Okay. There it goes, there it goes, there it goes. Right, and then slow down. I tell you what, it's hard to... It's hard, isn't it? Here we go, here we go, here we go. Now this goes very, very close to the sun, so we're going to have to be like super duper brave. Yes, on Ash Twin was the... On Ash Twin... Oh, that's slippity. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. On Brittle Hollow. There it is. There it is. Look at it. Look at it. On Brittle Hollow, we record the shuttle. Oh, there's a recorder on the outside as well. On Brittle Hollow, we record the shuttle that that was in the Quantum Moon, right? Solanum's shuttle. On Ember Twin, we record this shuttle, right? Which is the one that they are going to the Interloper with. Clary, this is troublesome. It seems that the comet wishes to submerge our shuttle in ice. If we stay on the surface too long, the shuttle may freeze entirely. Even if it did, couldn't someone call it back home to the gravity cannon on Ember Twin? Yes, but the exploration of the comet would be more difficult if we were without the shuttle until someone recalled it. Perhaps we shouldn't have landed on the dark side of the comet. Suppose one of us remained in the shuttle to keep it warm and continue monitoring the surface. That would be wise, I think, Clary. If you don't mind waiting here with it, Poke and I can continue to investigate the surface. Oh! Shoot! We're falling off the comet! Why are we falling off the comet? Why are we falling off? Oh my word! Why are we falling off the comet? I don't like that at all. Oh! Ouch! I think we went really close to the sun, and as we got and as we went close to the sun, it's kind of like going over the hump in a humpback bridge in a car, and we kind of went a bit weightless for a while because we have got gravity back now. So, but the shuttle never left and is indeed iced over, and we saw a Nomai skeleton in there. So Clary met an untimely end inside the shuttle. Yes? Now we know from something we read elsewhere, I think it was from inside the shuttle itself, when we called it back to Ember Twin, that the near side, the front of the comet, the ice melts as it gets close to the sun. Which ice is that? I think it's gonna be like, where's the absolute front of it? Yeah, here we go. It's going to be this bit here. Yeah. Now we just have to, I guess, sort of wait. Oh, hey, look. There's the white hole. We must already be quite far away from the sun again. Oh yeah, look, we're already outside of Giant Deep and Brittle Dark Bramble's orbit. So yeah, we're already like halfway around the loop. Okay, let's fill up on fuel and oxygen. Oh, if I can get in here. Okay. The Interloper is a pretty hostile location, isn't it? The Nomai that come to land on the interloper. The Nomai are a brave bunch, for sure. Yeah, so we kind of have to just sort of wait for a bit, don't we? Now you can... What is it? You can nap at a campfire to pass the time. But otherwise, you are just kind of waiting. So we are waiting to reach the sun again. And hopefully, the sun isn't going to engulf the interloper just as we get there. Because, of course, once the sun does red giant phase, the interloper gets swallowed by the sun anyway. Which I thought for a long time was actually the thing that was causing the supernova anyway. You are here. Oh, so we can lock onto objects from the map itself. Is that right? Well, not really, because I'm not actually... Oh wow, we're super close to the white hole here. Look at that. We're super close. You can literally see some of the chunks of rock coming through the white hole there. Okay. So the interloper... So what else have we got to then explore? So Hollow's lantern, yes. We have a quantum signal coming from Giant's Deep. We have a quantum signal in Ember Twin. Timberhearth I think we're done with. And then of course we have the entirety of Dark Bramble. We need to find Feldspar. And also the there's escape pod number 3 and the vessel itself. So plenty to be explored there. We're saving Dark Bramble for the end because oh boy, yeah, nah. Okay, I think we're going to put a cut here so that we can cut you guys so that we're slightly close to the sun. Be right back. Okay, we're a little bit closer now. And remember, right, you got to remember Kepler's second law, Kepler's second law of orbital motion, which is the area swept out per unit time is equal for celestial bodies. What does that mean in practical terms? It means that as we get closer to the sun, we start going faster, and then as we're further away from the sun, we start getting closer. We start getting slower, which might seem really obvious. As we're falling towards the sun, we get faster and faster and faster, and then as we're going away from the sun, we start getting slower and slower and slower. Oh, hey, look! The ice is already melting, but we're, like, barely at the sun. Okay, cool. Let's go. Into the comet we go. Oh, no! No! Oh, oh man. Listen to that outside. Yeah, that's death. Man, listen to that outside. Whoa. Hey, look! Trees. I'm receiving much stronger energy readings now that we're beneath the crust. Whatever it is must lie somewhere below, closer to the comet's centre, and I'm starting to think it's more dangerous than we realised. Clary, can you hear us? Yes, but your voices are faint. I fear we will lose communication entirely if you continue any deeper. Keep the shuttle warm for us, Clary. We'll return the moment we identify the source of the energy readings. I understand, but be cautious, both of you. Okay, that is death. That is not entirely death. And this one is definitely death. I guess. Ooh. And there we go. Okay, that is totally death. Is it up? Is it upwards? Man, it behaves weirdly without the gravity, doesn't it? Okay, where are we there? Okay, we'll go for it. We'll go for it. Wait. Oh, bonk, and down. Let's go left first. Looks okay. Looks okay. Oh, hang on a minute. Right. Oh god. Yep, fine. Right, loads of danger. So there's definitely ghost matter to the left, but not to the right. And then there's ghost matter to the right, but not to the left. And then we're ending up in some kind of problem. Like, who knows what that is. Okay, here we go then. So we start... We can use our boosters to go slower here. Oh! Yeah, we've got to keep it slow. Keep it slow. Okay. Now, where are we coming out to here? Oh, up here. Right. Oh! Wait a minute. There's someone here. Oh, blimey. So, I guess this is like either Poke or the other one. And he's actually literally got the ghost matter crystals, like, coming out of his arms and stuff. Okay, so we can come down here. Oh. The spherical stone casing here seems to be the source of the energy readings. No, rather, the source is what's within the stone. I'm detecting some form of exotic matter. The stone is muting our energy readings. They should be 10 times what we're seeing, at least. Hi. I don't think we want this matter interacting with us. As far as I can tell, direct contact with it would almost certainly be fatal. I've never encountered anything like this casing, but it's all that's protecting us from what's inside. Worse still, this matter is disturbingly volatile. Oh. Why have I not... Okay. It's disturbingly volatile. Pi, whatever the matter inside this stone casing is, it's more than just profoundly unstable. It's under tons of pressure. Look at this density scan. I've never seen anything this tightly compacted before. What is this? This is orders of magnitude worse than I'd imagined. If this stone were to rupture, the lethal matter within would rapidly expand, completely blanketing this star system almost instantaneously. And the pressure is still building as the comet approaches this star system. Return to the shuttle, right now. The rest of our friends need to know they're in terrible danger. Leave your equipment and run. What are you doing, Pi? The more we know about this alien matter, the better our chances of survival. I will learn what I can here. Go and warn the others. Maybe they can construct shelter somehow. Now, Poke! And that was ultimately the fate of Poke, Pi, and Clary. And the implication being that it was also ultimately the fate of everyone in this star system. The ghost matter exploded out of the interloper and got everyone. And that was the ultimate fate of the Nomai. And it'll also be the ultimate fate of us, because we're fast approaching the sun, which has now gone red giant, and I don't think we're going to be leaving here anytime soon. But there we go. So this is where the ghost matter came from. Now, ultimately, does the sun explode? Because does the sun explode because the interloper touches the sun after the sun's gone red giant? I'm guessing the answer to that is still no. But I'm guessing it's still no, but I'm less sure about that. As for us, we're going to meditate until the next loop and see, oh, what should we do in the next loop then? So we've now been to the interloper. We could certainly have a further look at this lake bed on Ember Twin, or maybe it makes more sense to try and check out the quantum signal on Giant's Deep. Or maybe we should actually look at the ship's log and see what we have. But first, I want to have one go. Oh wow, the probe went past really close there. Come on. We're going to have one go at trying to land on this sun. Not on the sun itself, you understand. More like the sun station. Now we want to pass reasonably close by, but we don't want our orbit to be like ridiculously elliptical either. Oh, yes, we want to be a little bit faster than this. But you see how we're actually kind of, we're now coming away from it. So we did more like a flyby. Oh shoot. We've also ended up like kind of wildly out of the orbital plane now as well. There we go. I kind of need to get my head around slightly. Because it's a little bit counterintuitive, right? Because you want to go slower to get closer, but you also need to be kind of... Oh, no, 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 no. Oh no, we're gonna hit it, we're gonna hit it. Oh man, that was such a sucky attempt. That was such a bad attempt. That was such a bad attempt. Okay, hang on. Do you know what? That was such a bad attempt. I'm going to jump straight back in for another one. Wait. I need to kind of cast my mind back to some orbital mechanics here. So... the gravity of the sun, theoretically, if we get into a good orbit, we don't need to do anything, right? Right, we need enough velocity, we need enough horizontal velocity. Yeah, it would help. Oh shoot, don't accidentally hit the moon. We need enough velocity that we end up orbiting as we would expect, yes? And we need to go slower. Yeah, that's right. Because, yeah, it feels faster, but it's actually slower, isn't it? It's actually slower is what we need to do. Okay, no, I need a little bit more speed than this. Yeah. Oh man, there's the sun station. We're actually kind of surprisingly close. Yeah, slower is faster, in a way. Like, the speed of the sun station is the speed we need to match. But we don't want to over-egg it, because we don't want to be, like, wildly out of kilter. You know, yeah, because as soon as we over-egg it, we start breaking orbit from the sun again. Okay. And we... oh, blimey, nah, we're miles off now. Okay, here we go. Right, we want to go a little bit faster and a little bit higher. A little bit faster, a little bit higher. Yeah, a little bit higher. Right, I think our speed is sort of okay. Scrub off a little bit of speed. Now the question becomes... oh no, we're going to hit it! Ah, we're going to hit. Ah, shoot. Right, but that's sort of it, right? You want your linear speed needs to be slower, because the stuff that's further out from the sun is actually travelling faster. It just doesn't feel faster because you're further away from all of your reference points. The stuff close to the sun is going slower as its linear velocity. Obviously its angular velocity is sort of... maybe angular velocity is the wrong word. Its rotational period is a lot faster because it's having to go a lot less of a distance. But that was actually, like, not terrible in terms of trying to get our velocities matched and whatnot. But, yeah. Okay, right. Do we do another attempt? Yeah. One more go. One more go. One more go. This time I think we want to go... Yeah, we sort of want to be... We want to make sure we're kind of in the plane of the orbit, yeah? Let's see if we can... Let's see how... Whether we can just get into a fairly stable orbit, which is reasonably slow. And that is not... That's too slow. Okay, here we go. Now we're gonna be pretty elliptical because we started out from Timber Hearth, but we should be in orbit now. Oh blimey, we are already 9 kilometers away. What? What? How did we end up? How did we end up further out than where we started? I suppose it's because we accelerated to the sun. Was like, we sort of accelerated towards the sun was the first thing we did. I think we need to decelerate. I think we need to decelerate out of the back of Timber Hearth. I think that's where we're going wrong here. Right. So come on, let's get a little bit of speed. Oh man, we're like 13 kilometers away now. Come on. Right. We need to be going much, much slower than this, though. Right, much, much slower than this. We're not even really in the same plane of orbit as the sun station is. The sun is gonna slingshot us right round here. Okay, we're approaching the sun. Pretty quick, right? What we need to do is when we're at the critical part of the orbit, we need to slow down quite significantly. But maybe not that much. No, now we need to speed up more. Ah! Maybe we need to roll ourselves, because I think the launch thrusters are maybe stronger than the maneuvering. Dunno, maybe we need to loop the other way up. Okay, look. We've got time for one more go. This is the last one. This is the last go. This is the last go. Man. Skill check failure, right? Okay, let's go up first, right? Okay, now I want to understand. Yeah, what we need to do is we need to leave Timber Hearth this way, right? And this will be enough. Right, we've slowed down now. Okay, here we are. So let's see where our orbit kind of takes us now. So we're gonna get into orbit. We're gonna be closer. Yeah, look, we've actually managed to make it round the back this time for once. Okay, now the sun is moving away from us slightly. We're actually, yeah. So what's the best... So what's the best time? Yeah, we're also quite a bit higher than the plane of the solar orbit here as well. So let's bring ourselves down slightly. There we go. That's a bit more like it. We're now 11 kilometers away, which puts us, yeah, out past Brittle Hollow. So somehow we've accelerated. Man, these are confusing times. Yeah, we're very, very elliptical. We are very, very elliptical. I mean, of course, ultimately, we need our entire linear velocity to be totally tangential to the sun, right? So what we want is we want to, like, if we can come out to about here, and just try and get the sun to just pass us on our left-hand side. I don't know if this is helping at all, to be honest. Okay, here we go. This kind of feels like pretty good. This kind of feels pretty good. Yeah. We've got the sun station coming up here. Okay. So if we face the sun, like, we're orbiting pretty well here, inside the Hourglass Twins orbit. So if we slow ourselves down a little bit, right, so that we get a little bit closer to the sun, and then, yeah, and then speed ourselves up a bit. Oh, hang on. Oh, no. We've made ourselves really elliptical again. We just want to slow us... we just wanted to slow ourselves down just a little bit. No! Oh, we almost got hit! Ah! Damn it, Ember Twin. It's a shame. That felt like the best... Oh shoot, we've literally ended up like upside down. Have we? How have we ended up upside down? No, we shouldn't be trying to catch that up. No, we definitely shouldn't be trying to catch that up. We kind of messed it up now. Okay. No, we need a little bit more height. And now, as we're breaking away, we now want a little bit less height. Right? So as we're going away, we try and accelerate towards the sun a little bit. Yeah? Okay. We're sort of reasonably stable now, maybe. I think we've ended up upside down. So yeah, the sun station's now coming round. It's coming round reasonably quick. We're going to try and slow down a little bit. Okay. Like, the sun station's not a million miles away from us now. Okay. Yeah, if we face the sun and just decelerate a little bit. Okay. This is fine. This is fine. Oh, no, give me a little bit more. Give me a little bit more. Oh. Okay, right. And now as we're accelerating away from it, we want to go slowly again. Oh, shoot. No, I think that's too marginal. That's too marginal. Okay, now when we're really close, now we need to slow. When we're really close, we need to slow. Oh man, where's the sun station? I'm not sure. We're too elliptical. We're too elliptical. And we're gonna hit it. We're gonna hit it there. Ah, shoot! We grazed it. That was a pretty reasonable attempt, but yeah. It's tricky. It's tricky to do that, for sure. You need to get yourself into a really stable orbit in the correct plane. And then you just need to, like... You need to slow down your tangential velocity just a little bit. Just so that you fall in a little. Right? But as you fall in, you'll become more elliptical. So you need to then correct that eccentricity. Which I think you do. I think you correct the eccentricity by decelerating as you are close to the sun. But you don't want to accelerate when you're far away from the sun, because that'll just put you into a higher orbit. I think you need to then decelerate further as you get close to the sun, so that rather than you carrying all that speed to push you further out again, you still go further out, but you go further out less far. Needs some more work. However, that's all we have time for this week, so if you enjoyed this episode and you're enjoying this series, do hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, consider supporting the channel on the Patreon if you'd like access to these episodes a week early. I will see you next time. Bye for now.